right, so here's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk to some middle schooler. What's the age group?
This is 8th grade. So what this is it's a career, getting 8th graders who are transitioning into high school, an opportunity to start thinking about their careers and like college. Because like think about when you were in 8th grade. I mean, obviously like we were getting ready to play WoW when it was coming out, like Warcraft 3. I think me and you were on the same age. Like Warcraft 3, Diablo 2, that type of stuff, right? We didn't think about going to a community college, things like that. So a couple years ago, me and the science teacher decided to do this little 30-minute section for 8th graders every third quarter.
Okay.
And we just bring in various careers. Like we pull the kids at the beginning of so around Christmas time, we pull them, say, hey, what would you want to be interested in? A lot of times it's like police officer, firefighter, like weird things like that. There's a couple of them that have been like writer, chef, but you get the idea. Like, they're just a general idea. But one of the main things that kids have always asked for is content creator. And I'm like, I don't know anybody, guys. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't have that power. And then I shot my shot the other night with you, and they're pretty pumped now.
Sick. Okay. Yeah.
And just be honest with them. Like 100% be honest with them.
Yeah,
because,
that's the whole point. I mean, they're in 8th grade. They're basically adults. You can.
Yeah, I mean, they say things worse than we do. So
They actually do. That's how it goes these days.
We're rural Illinois, and then we're rural Illinois.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a small little village, 30 minutes either way from anything of a city.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids they get to pick between 2 different high schools to go to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they'll feed into whatever one they pick based on, basically it's where did their families go is what it comes down to. I'm going to walk us through the hall and we'll go over there.
Cool.
When's the last time you were in a school hallway?
I don't remember. Maybe almost 15 years. That's crazy to think about, man.
Are you ready?
Let's see. All right. Okay.
All right. So this is Esfand. I told you guys about him. He is live. You guys are live on his stream. How many people you got right now? 1,000?
Yeah, there's probably like 1,000 or so here. First off, hey everybody, my name is Esfand. Those of you guys who don't know me, which is, I'm sure all you guys watch everything I do, and you guys are 100%. You guys know what I'm doing. So I know there's maybe 1 or 2 of you guys that don't know that. I am a streamer. I started on YouTube, and I started doing I played a lot of World of Warcraft. And that was years ago, right? Years ago, I started doing World of Warcraft, but then now I do all kinds of stuff. So I do a lot of the IRL stuff. I do a lot of variety games. I'm playing Resident Evil 9 right now. But that's kind of how I started. I'm still a streamer and I still do all that, but streaming isn't all what everybody sees. And there's a lot of stuff that happens on the back end, kind of like a continuation of that stuff on the back end. I actually went and I started a few other companies. I own a PC company, which is called Starforge Systems, Starforge PCs. I own a video game publishing company. So we don't make the games, we publish the games. So publishing is the marketing, the advertising, the support on the back end, all that kind of stuff. The other one is OTK. It's a media company. There's Mythic Talent, which is a talent management agency. What we do for Mythic Talent is we go and basically get sponsors for streamers. And we do a lot of the business stuff on the back end because honestly, a lot of the streamers don't have that sort of business experience. The other company that I started is Crossrealm, which is a brand agency. So on the other end, it's we have the talent management agency, but then we also have a brand agency. So we help the brands, like the game companies, get people to sponsor. So it's kind of we're hitting it from both ends. I think I said everything. Let's go ahead and talk about pretty much anything. So if you guys have questions about being a streamer or anything like that, I'm down to answer any questions.
Your sponsorships, like the NFL and Red Bull and things like that.
Yeah. So
how you got that stuff.
Okay, so for me, that's kind of how I started, right? I started in World of Warcraft, but since then, I work with the NFL on a bunch of stuff. So I work with a lot of different NFL players. I go to different colleges on Saturdays, and I'll do this, tailgate streams where we walk around the tailgate, talk to the fans, stuff like that, and that's IRL content that I do. So yeah, we do stuff with NFL, do stuff with different colleges, and then I'm one of a handful of Red Bull. We're Red Bull athletes, right? It's a Red Bull sponsored streamer. I went to college at SMU. I was gonna be a computer science student. And then after I did that, I realized I wasn't that good at that. So I changed to sports management. I went the business route with things. I played football, and then I worked on the football staff at SMU for 2 years during the rebuild. So whenever I did that and going to college and having those opportunities, that kind of like set the stage for a lot of the stuff that I've done, a lot of the success I've had as a streamer. I learned how to do a bunch of production stuff. I learned how to do, honestly, I learned how to talk to people in college. I didn't really know how to communicate. I didn't know how to talk to people until I got to college and I was working in recruiting and I was talking to parents and just really learning how to work. That's what I did. I learned how to work in college. I have like certain connections and people that I worked with in college that now are at different schools or now they're in the NFL, and I have opportunities to do stuff through that. So that's kind of where all that kind of came from. Do you guys have any questions about anything like kind of basic with streaming, anything advanced with streaming? I mean, what do you guys, who in here wants to be a content creator actually? Like raise your hand. Okay. So like a few of you guys. So why in the front, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, Under Armour shirt.
Don't step up there. Right in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's get him. Yeah. Okay, if you have a question for me, step up and walk. Yeah. All right. So just say your first name. What's your first name? Rayvar. Okay. So Rayvar, you wanna be a streamer, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to be a streamer or do you want to be a YouTuber? Like, do you know, or you just want to make content?
Both.
Okay, both. So you want to be like me. You want to do like everything. Why do you want to do that? Do you know?
Cause for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. All right. Where does that love come from?
Because you can do whatever you want. You're your own boss. You can your creativity is just like endless, and you can do whatever.
Okay. So you can be your own boss. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do where you can be your own boss, right? That's true. Like you can do that with streaming. But like if you want to be your own boss, that still means you have to be a good boss, right? You have to be good at keeping your workers on task. You have to be good at making sure your employees are working hard. So if you're a bad boss and you're not making sure your employees are working hard, like what does that mean for streaming? That means you gotta have accountability, right?
Yeah.
You basically gotta watch yourself and say like, hey, like if I'm out there and I'm taking it easy on myself and I'm just, hey, I can do whatever I want and I'm not really paying attention, and okay, well this thing is going on, this trend is going on, I got to change directions, or like if you're not paying attention to any of that and it's just like, I'm just going to turn the camera on and do whatever I want all day every day, it's not going to work, because there's tens of thousands of people, millions of people in the world that probably think the same thing. But then of that, it cuts down a little bit, and the people who actually try it and then the people who actually make it, it's not even 1%. It's like football. It's like sports. Whenever you're doing that, you have to know that it's like, I need to be well-rounded. It's so much like life, where it's like, okay, you're in school. How many subjects do you have in school?
Like 4. Well, here I do. Yeah.
Okay.
4.
It's like 4. So you have the different subjects in school, and it's like whenever as you get older and older, and let's say you have one job, your one job is your one subject, right?
Yeah.
To get to that point, you have to have these different experiences and be well-rounded enough in order to get to that point of being your own boss and doing whatever you want and being creative. Because if you're only creative in one way, then you can't go. I'm not trying to grill you, by the way. I'm just using you as an example because I wanted to have somebody who wants to do this say some things about why they wanted to do it so that I can kind of lay it out for you. Okay, I'm giving you a plan here. If you want to be good at any job in life, you have your math, you have your science, you have your English, you have your social studies, you have all these different subjects that you have. You need to do those things well, not just because I need to know how to do algebra, okay? Because I don't wake up every day and y equals mx plus b, right? I don't do that every day. But what I do, okay, yes, I said do. What I do is the process of me having learned that, and it's like you're working out your brain. You play sports?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Basketball. He's my coach.
Okay, good. So
and I did football.
You did football, now you do basketball? Or do you do both still?
Just basketball now.
Just basketball. Okay, so, well, in basketball, you have different positions that do everything, right?
Yeah.
More recently in the NBA, I'm going to use the NBA as an example. Mm-hmm. Years ago, it was like you had a big man, you had a guy doing this, you had a guy doing that, and everybody was really specialized in one thing. But the NBA has changed a lot, and basketball has changed a lot to where now you got guys who are just doing everything. They're really well-rounded. You got guys who can run, you got guys who can shoot, you got guys who got handles. It's all these different things, guys who can pass, right? And kind of be that middleman, guy who can be the point man, all these different things. Everybody can now do it. And the reason for that is because just like everything else in life, you need to be well-rounded and you got to know how to work at those things. The people who work at everything and they work hard in whatever it is they do, even if they're not good at it, are people that know how to work. And it goes back to whatever I was saying whenever I was in college. I didn't know that I didn't know how how to work. And then I got to college and I was like, oh, I got to figure things out. That's what made me able to be a good streamer today. Because the whole sort of like meme or like the running sort of idea with streaming is like you said, I can be my own boss. I can turn on the camera and do whatever I want. But in reality, there's so much that goes into the back end, and there's so many little things that matter over time that you gotta work on in order to be able to be as creative as you can. Because especially when you start getting all these other experiences, I'm like, oh man, I remember one time in football, like 10 years ago, I was at SMU and this thing happened. And then I'll come up with a stream idea off of that. My whole sort of tailgate tour and my opportunities to work with the NFL, it comes from me having done all that stuff in the past, and people were like, oh, like Esfand knows his shit, right? Like I know what I'm doing. And I know football. I was gonna be a football coach, right? I was gonna be a teacher actually, but then my stream popped off out of nowhere. That's kind of the things that you have to keep in mind, like as you're working towards that. So yeah, you want to be a content creator. Yeah, you want to do YouTube. Yeah, you want to do Twitch. Just keep in mind that the way you work on everything, I had a coach who used to say this, the way you do some things is the way you do all things. And it's 100% true. Because you might not be good at something, or what you do might not apply in the long term to what you're doing, but the way that you learned and the way that you grew in that subject is how you're going to do with whatever it is that you end up doing. I know I talked a lot there, but was that pretty clear? Like that help out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, just tell me your first name. What's your first name?
Silas.
Silas. Okay. So Silas, like what do you do? In school and do you like sports?
Basketball, track.
Are you good?
No.
Okay. So you're not good, but you want to be a YouTuber. You want to be a streamer. Are you gonna be good at that?
I mean, I'd hope.
Okay. So why do you want to do it?
I just like posting stuff sometimes just for the fun of it.
Okay. You just like posting things. What do you like to post?
I don't really know.
Okay.
I had a YouTube channel when I was younger, but like I don't do anything with it anymore.
Okay. So you want to be a content creator because you just want to post things. Like is that the main thing you want to do, or is it just like an idea that you have?
Just like something for fun, not something primarily focused on.
Okay. Wait, so what do you actually want to do?
I want to be an author.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good first step. Okay. So like, why do you want to be an author?
Because I like writing and coming up with ideas and stuff.
Okay. Like what is it that you want to write?
Probably books.
You want to be an author, you want to write books, you like writing, you like coming up with stuff. Are you like dead set on like, that's what I want to do? I want to be an author, I want to write books? Or do you want to take that creativity and maybe turn it into something else?
It's what I'm set on for now.
Okay. What's important too is as you get older, I think you should 100% work on that. A lot of times whenever people think of authors and they think of just writing in general, they think of exactly what you said. They think of books. Being a good writer is something that is becoming more and more rare for a lot of people, or for a lot of industries even. And every industry actually does need writers, people who can write and do things, whether it's like in tech, they have like technical writers who basically, now this is boring. Okay, I'm gonna give you the boring examples first. So a technical writer, and this is how you get paid, by the way, by doing boring stuff, is somebody who takes like engineers' notes, guys who like make something, like you buy like a controller for a video game, right? And these engineers have no idea how to write. They're galaxy brain, like super smart people, cannot write. A technical writer is somebody who can take these notes, read them, and it's basically hieroglyphics, and then you turn them into something that the average person can read, right? So you take them into something the average person can read, and they're like, okay, I can learn how to use this thing. That's how you get paid, is doing the boring stuff. But then you're talking more about being an author, wanting to write books, wanting to share stories with people. I mean, there's also a lot of different avenues that you can do that in. It's not limited to just books, you know?
Yeah.
Because you could get into writing for movies, right? Writing for TV shows. And talking about content creation, like, man, so many people do things that are, I mean, scripted is the wrong word, because like scripted kind of has like a bad connotation, but you could do like planned events and planned things. Hey, you want to go and work in content creation, but maybe work on the back end, you know? Hey, let's do this stream where this thing happens and you're telling a story. And that's kind of like where that creativity and stuff comes from. And it's like, it's something that you can be a part of, and without actually doing it firsthand, you know, you might not be the one posting it, but that's like part of your work, right? And it's like, hey, look at this thing that I was a part of. Look at this thing our team did. Because nowadays, like any sort of big event, anything like that, it's all part of a team.
Yeah.
So if you want to make content, you want to write, you want to be an author, like maybe this is something that you can kind of like put everything together, you know? But again, like the same thing I was saying earlier, like it's super important to be well-rounded and just like work hard at everything. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Whenever I say all this to you, like what's going through your head?
A lot to process.
Yeah, it's a lot of words. But hey, I mean, you can process it. You want to be a writer,
Yeah.
right? You want to be an author. So that's how it works. So maybe I'm not good at that because maybe I say too many words and it's too much to process. So maybe something that you're going to be good at is taking what I'm saying and dropping it down, right? Making it easier to process.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the other? Somebody else said they wanted to be a content creator.
Yeah, they
Hey, what's up, dude? So you're what like you want to be a content creator? You want to be a streamer?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be a streamer?
I enjoy making people laugh, like giving different voices. That's one of the things that I enjoy. Voice impressions of like different characters.
Okay. Are you funny?
No.
No.
Okay. No, you like making people laugh, right? You want people to have a good time. So like that's why you want to be a content creator, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else that you had considered, or is it like that's like what I want to do? I mean, you're in 8th grade, right? There's a lot that can change between this year, next year, and 5 years from now, right?
There's two big things that I want to do. I would want to go into like voice acting or CSI, like crime scene investigation.
Okay.
But it's mainly focused towards voice acting. I find it interesting, and
Okay.
I feel like that should be fun to do.
Okay. I've done some like voice acting stuff too. Like I do a lot of like I do a lot of like role play voice acting, that kind of stuff too. Okay, give me a voice. Like voice a character for me.
Oh no! It's Berserk, not High School DxD. I could do a Frieza. It's not
Do
good.
Frieza. Do Frieza.
Monkey.
It's the best that I could do.
All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good actually. Okay. Is there any other Dragon Ball Z characters you can do? You probably got to get a little bit closer to the mic too, because it might cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not today, no.
Do you do any other Dragon Ball Z characters?
No, not well.
No, you can't do like a Nappa. Like Vegeta. What does a scouter say about his power level?
No, I
You can't do that. No.
I stick to like 3 main people. Oh, I'm not saying. Aside from
Wait, why are you not saying?
it's people find it weird, but I do enjoy the anime My Hero Academia.
Okay.
And I'd like to do the Bakugo and Deku voice. I also occasionally do Griffith from Berserk.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Do Griffith. Do Griffith.
Closer to the mic.
It's all over. But if there is one thing I can do for them, for the dead, it is to win. And keep winning until I attain my dream. A dream they clung to and risked their lives for.
All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So you wanna do like voice acting, you wanna make content somehow. Pretty freaking good, dude. Yeah.
I'm making content, a few TikToks. I film myself eating. My most recent one was eating a pizza roll, like a gourmet meal.
Okay.
I made one singular pizza roll. I sprinkled cheese on it, and I used a fork and knife to cut it open, eat it. I had a napkin in my shirt. It was an odd one, to say the least.
Yeah.
But-
Okay. What questions do you have about like wanting to stream?
I want to know like how straining it would be on like the voice and
Oh.
other stuff like that.
Okay, that's a good question. So my voice has changed actually. Like if you watch some of my early streams, one, I have a better setup now. I have a better microphone. I have better stuff. But my voice has changed because I talk so much. Like I usually stream like 10, 12 hours a day. It's a lot of work. So the entire time I'm like talking, especially whenever I'm doing a lot of role play. So like I do like Madden streams, and when I'm doing Madden, it's all role play. Like I'm the coach, and I'm from Texas, so I talk like this, like a Texas high school football coach the whole time. That kind of strains my voice. It does. Whenever I'm out there talking to the team and all that, I go in the locker room and do all that, and there's that. But then also when I'm doing role play, I role play this like it's like a fat sheriff character named Cletus Cornwood. Okay, it's GTRP. And hell, Cornwood's got a little bit of a deeper voice. Okay, but it's kind of the same idea where he's talking like he's got this like Texas deep Texas accent. But I'll be talking like this all day. Yeah. So when you do that a long time, you really got to take care of your voice. And I'll be honest with you, it ain't something I'm too good at. But I know there's a lot of folks out there that really go and they drink the tea and do all kinds of herbal whatever the hell to make sure that their throat's good. And I got to do a better job of that. But yeah, that's a great question because yeah, it does do that. Like it does like kind of wear on you a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Any gifters wide heart?
Was it?
Any gifters wide heart?
Thanks for the 10 gifted. I appreciate that. So, yeah. What's your name?
My name's Caden.
Caden. Okay. What's up, dude?
I would like to know the top 3 best games to stream.
The best games to stream. So,
Yeah.
think about like, that's actually an interesting question. So, I feel like as far as the best games to stream, think of streaming as like you're like a painter. Okay. And
Okay.
the game is like your canvas. It's just what is the game that you're using in order to be able to talk to people? Because a lot of times like streaming is like a radio show. Like I'm sitting there talking to chat or whatever the whole time and I'm talking about different subjects or people ask questions. That's just how it is. So when you're talking about games, there's games that are popular and there's games that are easy to talk through. Like something like I play a lot of World of Warcraft. It's easy to talk through. I play I might play like an FPS game. And that's more like action based or like GTA, right? So at the end of the day, like these metas and things change. So like the best things to stream are usually just whatever's popular at the time. Like sometimes it's GTA, sometimes it's WoW, sometimes it's League of Legends. It just changes.
Do you think War Thunder is a good one?
War Thunder?
Yes.
I don't think War Thunder is super popular on Twitch, so probably not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just curious on like how much money you make like per stream or per view.
It doesn't exactly work that way. It kind of depends on like. So this is an interesting question. Almost nobody that streams on Twitch makes good money. That's an actual answer. Almost nobody that streams makes good money. There's like the smallest percentage of people that stream actually make a decent amount of money. And then of those people that make a decent amount of money, let's say somebody makes like $100,000 a year, right? So you might be doing pretty good and you make $100,000 that year. And it's like, okay, I'm raking it in. Like I'm making real good money right now. But here's the problem with that. That 1 year that you spent and you grinded your way up to being able to make that probably took a few years of actually building up to that. And then once you're there, you don't know when your stream's gonna die. You don't know when it's gonna be over, right? Like things always go up and down or whatever. And like for me, for example, like a lot of people consider me like an OG at this point and things will always just kind of be up and down or whatever, but I'll be okay. That's just kind of how it is. I mean, hopefully, right? But there's like maybe triple digit people in the world like that. There's like less than 1,000 people who stream in the world that are like that, which is like a very small number if you think about it, out of everybody in the entire world. It's a lot like sports. It's a lot like the NFL or something. So yeah, like that $100,000 somebody might make, it's like you're not building a resume. You're not actually getting like any sort of real experience that you can use towards anything else after you're done streaming. So that's kind of like the scary part of streaming. Like I've had times where like, I mean, I've had crazy years. Like the first year that I ever streamed, I made $10,000. And I was like one of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch at one point.
What?
I made only $10,000 my first year of streaming. And the second year of streaming, I made like 90,000. And that was like me being one of the fastest growing streamers on Twitch at that time. And then I've had like crazy years, right? So yeah, it just, that's how it goes. Wait, what do you think? What are you thinking right now?
Can you stop looking at me?
Yeah, because you keep looking at Raybar, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
No, but he's staring into my soul.
I'm the only- What's your favorite thing about being a streamer?
My favorite thing about being, okay, honest answer, I love getting to interface and like talk to so many different people. Most streamers of my size don't get to connect with their communities in the same way that I do. A lot of them aren't interested in doing that. A lot of them, I mean, it's just everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I love video games. I love playing video games. But I would never tell chat this, but I actually like them. Okay. I think a lot of them are like, it's fun to hear about how different people are doing. I think it's cool that different people have different jobs that make such a high impact. Now, this is coming from me. I was somebody who I was going to be a coach. I was gonna go coach college football. That's what my goal was. And then this ended up happening. But whenever I hear about like, hey, I have people that watch my stream or are part of the community that, hey, this guy works at NASA. This guy's a teacher, right? This guy's a coach somewhere. Like, that's cool. Like, I think that is super cool because these are people that are like successful. And from my standards, like how I think these are people with like cool jobs and cool life experiences that they're coming and they're a part of like what I'm doing here, which I think is sick. Yeah.
I like your GTA RP.
Oh yeah, like with GTA RP stuff. Yeah, the Corvette stuff. Yeah. Wait, did you not know who I was and then realize who I was when I started doing the voice?
Yes.
Hello again. I have a question real quick. Could I shout out my TikTok?
Sure.
The TikTok is at eating stuff is a good idea, or I like eating with a thumbs up emoji.
Cool. Sick.
And those are the two, yeah.
Cool.
How long have you been streaming for?
Almost 9 years. I'm 1 month away from 9 years of streaming, which is crazy.
Also, what's your favorite shoe brand for playing football?
Wait, favorite shoe brand for what?
Playing football.
It kind of depends on the cleats, but overall, I like Nike cleats. Yeah, I'm a Nike guy. The mid Jordan cleats are really good.
So you like anime, right? I know that.
Okay.
Do you watch Naruto? Listen to Superman?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some Naruto.
What's your favorite character?
My favorite character in Naruto. I mean, there's a lot of characters in Naruto. It's kind of hard to say.
So it's a no.
No, I like Naruto himself.
Your parents were in
I subscribe to your channel, bro.
Oh, sick. Nice, dude.
W Street.
Nice. W stream.
For real, dude.
All right.
Send me an auto.
He's not gonna send you an autograph. Silas likes to make funny content, okay?
Okay.
I walked through our gym and caught him doing some of the most just outrageous dances.
Uh-huh.
And he was just doing it in the background, so I said, show it off for him.
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't know. I don't need a song.
All right. Well, cool. No, I hope that was good. I think they liked it. I think they had a good time.
I think that was perfect, man. I really appreciate it. I don't think the kids were expecting like something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope they, I hope they actually like got something out of it. Because I have a tendency to, I mean, because I go into coach mode.
They'll sit there and stare at you with a blank stare. But as people who work in education,
That's just how they are.
Yeah, they're actually like processing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're retaining the information, but they actually are.
Yeah.
Because like I can see you in a month from now, one of those kids will come up and say something random that you said, and me and her will sit there and be like, How did you
remember that?
Right, yeah. Like, where did you just pull that from? And that's the great thing about it, because like we give them a hard time because they are, loud and rowdy, but they do truly retain a lot of information.
No, that's awesome. I think overall they seemed like pretty interested. They were, good group.
Yeah, I'm glad that we could stay in touch and get it scheduled.
This actually was like the perfect week too.
You're one of the last ones. So next week's the end of this quarter already for us. So we always try to get a really big one to kind of wrap up this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I said, we appreciate it. We truly do. Like I don't think words put it into perspective with how appreciative we are.
No, 100%. That was super fun for me. So
now you're on the list and I get to ask you again next year.
Hey, I'm down. I'm super down.
Because that's kind of how we've been rolling with it.
Yeah.
Whoever comes here, we ask them the next year.
I'm down. I think it'll be fun. I think chat liked it too, actually.
Yeah, we were reading it in the back there. I showed the kids because they're not allowed to have their devices or anything. So I was like, I know they're cute.
Yeah, it's like at that point you're like, all right, you guys can pull up the stream.
Right, exactly. At this point, it's like get yourself out because they're walking around school right now.
Yeah,
probably watching me and you talk. Like I guarantee you, if I go into that gym, they're out there watching it, and they watch it in full screen. They're not even reading the chat. So
right. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for having me. Let me know what they think because I'm curious.
I'll let you know for sure. Probably Monday. I'll follow up with you on Monday and I'll let you know what they say.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. All right. We'll see you later. Appreciate it.
Yep. Talk to you later, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Chat, what do you guys think? I like getting a chance to do stuff like that because I think it's like it's good. It's good for people to hear it, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that people just don't know, like behind the scenes, right? It was good because I'm in that class. Sick. Thanks, Caleb.